Thanks, Lauren. We're all about having fun on Friday. So this morning, we're rocking out with a band with close ties to Western New York. We're joined with Jessica right over here. We have Adam, Brendan, and Dino. Also, Jenny Lynn is getting ready. I have to say thank you all for being here. Here we have Jenny Lynn. Jenny Lynn. You know, this is a great day for live music. We love having live music, and this is a big moment for you as a band, Six is Wild, because you just released an EP with 5 original songs. So tell me a little bit about how you would describe your personal style.
We generally consider ourselves like multi-genre rock, I guess. It's more rock and roll feel to it than like a poppy feel.
And one of the things I'm noticing is that you have a lot of equipment, and it's a pretty big setup. Is that traditional for a lot of bands in the area, or is that something unique to you?
Generally, that's kind of how it is, I think, for everybody.
All right, I want to turn over to you, Jenny Lynn.
Hi.
Tell me a little bit about what type of music people can find on the album, and what was the process of writing these 5 songs?
Like Jesse said, we call it like multi-genre rock. We have influences from 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. We're like that radio station that's like all the other genres of today. So we've got some classic rock, and we've got some 90s, alternative rock, and it's a lot of fun. It's just we're not doing any electronic stuff, no fake drum beats, just all sort of authentic. We wrote it ourselves and kind of brought it all together.
And after you release an album or an EP like this with 5 songs, what is the next step for a band here in Western New York? Because there's so many amazing bands and so much great local music.
Absolutely. I think the next, maybe your guess is as good as ours. The next step, I think, is to just get out there, do as many gigs as possible, get a following that isn't just our family and friends, and see if people respond to it, see if they like it.
Now, I'm turning back over to you. She mentioned gigs. Where can people see you play, or where can people get a hold of your CD?
We have our Facebook right now. Our EP is on iTunes. It's on Amazon. If you just put in Six is Wild, our EP is called Wanna Play. And I think for the most part, I don't know. They can just go online. Our Facebook page is...
It's Six is Wild. I mean, it's like a 6 and an S, like the number 6S Wild, and then we're on Twitter at Six is Wild, sixiswildband@gmail.com for bookings.
All right, and what brought you together as a band? Because that's always a very interesting question to ask.
Yeah, actually, it is a very interesting story. My sister and I submitted us for a reality TV show for siblings who love to sing together. And I got a call from someone in Los Angeles, and she said, well, do you guys have a band? And I said, yeah, we're working on that. But we've been talking about it our whole lives. And I said, today's the day. And I called her up and I said, fly here, we gotta go. We're gonna do covers in the studio. And a friend of mine introduced me to Adam, and then Adam knew Brendan, and Brendan knew Dino, and we did a couple covers, and then after it was done, we all looked at each other and said, we sound good, this is really fun. Do you guys want to keep playing together? And we're like, we have a band. So that's the story.
All right, well, thank you for joining me this morning. We're going to have a little bit of a live demonstration later on in the show as we head off to break, but right now we're going to head over to the other studio, so everyone has to stay and watch, because we'll get to hear what you sound like instead of just hearing what you are telling us you sound like. It's always great to see that with bands, but right now we're going to head back to the other studio.